Welcome to day 73 of our BitClout journey. I'm Ed Krasenstein here with my twin brother Brian, and we have a special guest, our very first guest on our BitClout journey videos, Clay Perry,
Yo,
known
it's
as
good.
Clay Perry Music on BitClout, and he's the second person in the entire universe to get a BitClout tattoo. Can we see the tattoo, Clay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, it's so awesome. I
I
can't believe
wish.
you did it. It's like you had to do this like 2 days after we saw you. Like you couldn't have done it 2 days before, so then I could actually see it in person.
It honestly, it came like me and Wendy were talking about it, and all of a sudden she just kind of like posed the we should get matching tattoos. Like, why she was like, while you're in Miami, like get a tattoo, and then I'll get one in Australia. And so then I was like, well, let's just do the big class symbol. I was like, that seems like it makes the most sense.
So,
And
so did Wendy get it yet?
yeah, she got it last night on the Natural Average call.
Oh, I missed that. That's
Yeah, it
awesome.
was it was 2 p.m. Australian time, so it ended up being like 1 a.m. Miami time. Um so yeah, I like as I was landing in Dallas, I ended up not getting back in until like 11:45. So like as I was landing, like she was getting the tattoo.
So, so,
So I was
so what,
watching
what's
it on the
your
phone.
what's your username so everybody can just find
Uh
her?
so it's Wendy Lay. It's WendyLeigh.
Yeah, Wendy's awesome.
Yeah,
So, so, so we got to meet you in Miami, and that was really cool. I really enjoyed speaking to you. Brian got to talk to you a little more than I did, but at least I got to say hi. So you're back home in Dallas now, am I correct?
yes, yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Yeah, I missed my flight yesterday. The Not Your Average house party, was pretty legendary. We had two people from the Not Your Average team miss their flights yesterday. Someone
Oh,
lost their phone.
oh
It was a
man.
it was a pretty wild day, but we made it back.
So tell us, like, besides the tattoo, what else do you have planned for BitCloud? Or any new songs, any new hits for BitCloud? I know you have one of the first, and it's so catchy that I like just keep replaying it as I'm clouding.
Right now, so I started this like new project that I'm working on. Big Clout's actually going to be on it, but it's called New Kids on the Blockchain. And so I'm doing like it's gonna be more like an EP. I think I'm just gonna do like 5 songs, and then but on June 20th, which is well like 2 weeks away, the Big Clout song is actually gonna drop on all streaming platforms. So it'll actually be available on TikTok and Spotify and Apple.
Oh,
So
awesome.
we're gonna
It's
take
it's so
the
catchy. It's such a catchy song. I like played it for my wife, and she's like, "Wow, that's real." She's always like kind of making fun of me for being on BitClout so much. But I sent her that song, she's like, "Wow, that's actually really good."
did y'all hear about what we were able to do at Mario's party in Miami?
I heard that. So they actually played it there.
Yeah, we had it played. There was like 350 plus in the club, and we ended up getting it played. And we shot the first scene of the music video, so we had everyone shoot a
Wow.
scene.
You know, we were gonna go, but it was so late, and we had to leave early the next morning. Like last minute, we decided let's just go back to the hotel. I wish I went. Yeah,
Yeah,
Brian's the one that wanted to go back to the hotel. I wanted to come out. I'm old. I'm gonna be 40 in another couple months.
it was it was a challenge. Like no one thought in the beginning. Like even when I went to Mario, he was like, "Man, it's gonna be tough." I was like, "You haven't said no yet." I was like, "All I hear is tough. Like, let's go to the next level. Like, what's the next level?" And he was like, "All right, let's go talk to his friend." And so we went to his friend, and which eventually led to the owner. And even the owner at first, like, which I'm pretty used to as an artist, like if they don't know who you are, they
Right.
just assume you're a random guy that just thinks his music is awesome and wants you to play it.
Yeah.
And so I just walked up and was like, "Yo, there's got to be a price. Like, tell me what the price is." And he threw out $300. So I was like, "That's easy. Like, let's not your average. Covered us to come down here. Like, we're gonna do it." And so yeah, we just paid the 300 and they played it, and it was pretty awesome.
Did you
Yeah,
have
that'll
any
that
people
is
coming
awesome.
up to you afterwards, like not knowing who you were before, saying, "Wow, that's a really cool song, man."
It was actually the club owner. He came back later and like got my Instagram, and like he actually was like wanting to get on BitClout. We actually onboarded, like, that was the coolest part, is like we onboarded like half the room after that they played the song, because everyone in our section was just like singing it and losing their mind to it. So like everyone else just kind of felt like an outsider. And I think they just were trying to figure out what was going on. But
That's so cool. I love that. That's awesome.
yeah, we even onboarded the valet guy that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't drive the car back, and so we decided, we were gonna take a cab, and we couldn't move the car. Like he wanted us to move it, and I'm like, dude, it's safer if we literally just don't touch this car at all. I'm like, if you can help us out, and so I ended up riding with him down to this parking lot that he. Shout out to him, by the way. He actually just let us park the car for the night for free or whatever. But I ended up getting his information, and he's trying to get on BitClout now too.
Yeah, that's what was so awesome. Like everywhere we went, like people were onboarding other people. So like where we started out, there were people getting onboarded. Where like I think some of the people that worked at at Naomi's Garden.
Yeah,
I know Raj was trying to onboard some people. When we went out to dinner, there were people that were interested that were getting onboarded. And like you said, at the club with Mario, I think it's awesome because it's like
yeah.
people are interested.
We had people like at the Nacho Average house party last night, that or the night before last, that they were just there because of the Bitcoin festival, and they had been invited to the party through other people, and then they got onboarded, and like we had people investing in them like in the living room like of the party. It was pretty wild. Like, and these guys were like, some of these guys owned their own companies. Like the funny thing was they kept trying to like convince us why their company was better than BitClout. But it was like everything you're saying is just directing us back to BitClout. It's like
Right.
you really just need to get on BitClout. And eventually they did, and they loved it.
You know, it's awesome. I actually met a guy at the like later on at Naomi's Garden at the Miami CloutCon meetup. Like it changed to a new crowd, and it was like more Bitcoin related people. And this guy's
Yeah.
like, I'm working on a competitor to BitClout. I'm like, yeah, tell me about it. And he's telling me about it, and I'm like, yeah, but BitClout does it like this way, and it's better. He's like, really? They do it like that? And it was an interesting conversation because like people are trying to now copy BitClout, but it's going to be hard for somebody to copy it because there's so much venture capitalists, so many venture capitalists, and so much money behind it, and so much. It's already has this 2 month, 3 month head start, so it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it's wild too how like I didn't notice it until I had conversations with people like that, where like how commercial, as an artist, like it's always like you're trying to stay away from being as, commercial as possible. Like to me, I guess if you're a true artist, like you don't want to, it's when you start selling it that things get weird, and like it doesn't
Right.
feel as organic. And that's kind of how I look at BitClout, where like BitClout is like the free thing. Whereas like you look at a lot of these other things they're trying to create, and it's all fiat. And that's not the only thing that like pushes me away, but it feels like the same old same old. Where like when like for me, like when I got the tattoo, like it's so much more. It's not the BitClout logo. Like it's, even if it is the logo, it's our logo. It's all of ours. We all
Exactly.
feel like we
Exactly.
own it. I feel like, with all due respect to Diamond Hands and any developer on here, like I think that's what they wanted us to feel. That's why they're anonymous. It's like it's all of ours. And at the same time, it's like a symbol of like freedom, artistic freedom. It's like this is, and as a artist that like made the BitClout song and stuff like that, it's like I want to remember that forever. But yeah, it's like when I look at, that was one thing I even joked with one of the guys. I'm like, yo, I'd never get your logo tattooed on my body. I'm like, I don't care like what you're saying about what you're thinking. I was like, it's not this. Like, and I promise you, like, once you come over and see the community, because that's what BitClout really is. It's all of us, networking and being able to, whatever we do, whether you're an engineer or a product developer or whatever it is, there's all these different people on BitClout that do the things you don't do. And when we all team up, we see how quickly and how fast we can um, just materialize and
Yeah,
manifest
it's
all
like
that.
everybody just comes together to support one another, and that's what I love the most about it so far. Hopefully, it stays that way as time goes on. As more and more people come onto the platform, it's probably going to be a little bit difficult to keep it so positive, but I hope we can. I hope some of the pioneers of the platform, like you and everybody that's on it right now, pretty much. I hope we can kind of keep it going in that positive direction.
Yeah, I think it's on us. Like, it's like you said, like I think it's on the pioneers of the platform to I think that's one thing I've become really conscious of is that like, if I want it to be this way, like I just need to do it that way. And whatever effect that has, like great, whether it's minimal or large, it's like all I can really do is just put my foot out there and hope that that means something. And I think too, like even on the big broad scale of BitClout, like we're the builders of BitClout. Like we're the staff of BitClout. If we don't go out and advertise, like I was thinking last night, I'm like, we should do like I can take my video guy and I'm like, I love BitClout so much and I've got this passion for wanting to help people see what I see in it. It's like I can make an ad out of that. And that's a whole new type of ad where it's like it's not a paid ad, it's a real ad. And like when have we ever seen those where people love something so much that it's like, yo, I need to like make this to be seen by other people so that they can get the story and understand like what this thing really is. And in that, even as an artist, it's like there's so many ways I can take that artistically and then, to be fun, to actually just make this video basically a commercial of BitClout. But it's like I think that even in itself shows how much this is just an organic movement where it's like I want to do that. Like I genuinely want to like make a commercial and dream up like what I would do for another company, but in this genuine way for BitClout where it's
Yeah, I feel the same way. And I think we're all looking forward to seeing that music video when you release it, the one that was filmed in the club. I think that's gonna be really cool. But I want to thank you for coming on to our this day in BitClout. You're the first guest we've had, and
Show us the tattoo one final time.
Yeah, show that thing off. Man, it's so cool. Might have to get one myself.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you guys are next.
Yeah, maybe. I don't have any tattoos, so it will be a big step for me first.
It's a declaration. Like for me, the feeling was like, I didn't do this for clout. Like and the cool thing was is that I actually have people that were with me that like they brought it up to me later in the night after like the Diamond Hands investment came in and the Who Am I, investment came in. All of a sudden, I just started trying to process like what was happening. And someone was like, bro, they're like, the coolest thing that you said was that like, and when as we were pulling out a lot from the tattoo shop, it kind of hit me where I was like, man, I'm like, some people would have done this like probably just for the clout or for some money or whatever. Like, I was like, I literally didn't even consider it. I was like, I never once thought about it. I was like, I just wanted the tattoo. Like, I did it for the challenge with Wendy. It was like, I just thought it made sense. Like, it was like, the song changed my life. The platforms changed my life. Like, there's so many things that like I appreciate about it all to where it made sense. It was a declaration. And, I just did it for the love. And to have people there that actually saw that, it was really cool to know that like I never have to question it myself. Like, what it was the real motive? Like, all of a sudden, him, he was like, I didn't even imagine Who Am I or any of them investing. Like, that wasn't even something I could fathom.
Yeah, that's so cool that they invested into you. And I think it's amazing that you did
Wendy
this
got
just
it too.
because you love BitClout.
Last night, Wendy got a $50,000 investment from Who Am I, and went from an $800 coin to a $2,500 coin in the millisecond.
Wow, that's crazy. Congratulations.
She deserves it too. She's doing so many awesome things on this platform as well. So
She held down the
both of you.
Nacho Average call for us. If she wasn't there, like I have no idea what the Nacho Average call would have been like this past week. It probably would
Yeah,
have
she
been.
held it together. I actually checked in the day I got back and she was there.
Yeah, she's been. To the point that like she barely even like lets me know anything about it because she's just got it moving like clockwork. But yeah.
Well, thanks again. It was great having you. And we'll have to do it again. Maybe next release you have, you can come on here on the show and
Perform live, right?
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, thanks again. And this was day 73 of our BitClout journey with Clay Perry Music.